Everybody, this is Lorianne of Paradox Report and Paradox Astrology. Well, today I am in Queens out in the park to shoot this vid because I'm making moves. But I wanted to talk a little bit, or a lot of it, about the full moon in Capricorn. The moon just went into Capricorn maybe around 1:40 something this afternoon. So moon in Capricorn, we're going to be focused on Capricorn. Is actually, its natural placement is the midheaven in the 10th house of the chart, of a natal chart or an astrological chart. And so when we have Capricorn here, our focus tends to be on how we appear in the world, what we do in the world, our contributions to the world, and that sort of thing. The opposite of Capricorn is Cancer. Cancer deals with the home and you know, the things thereof, like nurturing. It's also going to have a heavy focus on whatever intention we set at the new moon in Cancer a couple of weeks ago. So this is why it's important too to watch watch our thoughts, because we may inadvertently be planting seeds, or certain things we may have been thinking about around the new moon in Cancer, they will be at their fullness at the full moon in Capricorn. So some other things I noticed about this full moon. Well, we know that when anytime that there's a full moon, there are more arguments, more accidents, more fights, more killings, murders, that sort of thing. Everyone is more so on edge. And, you know, not that every full moon has to bring that. It's just more likely for it to happen under that energy. So I know for myself, I tend to get more emotional around the full moon, or I'll feel a little aggy. And so for me, this full moon actually takes place in my 10th house of my midheaven. So with this full moon in Capricorn, it's also conjunct Pluto. So we are really being called to transform, to regenerate, to really be the phoenix rising from the ashes. But being that the sun, which is the essence of our being, the sun is in Cancer, and then it is conjunct Mars. So just think about when you are trying to make moves underwater, if you're swimming, right? And you're trying to like fight underwater or whatever. Because Mars is the planet of war, right? So trying to fight underwater. So we might feel a little like slowed down, which is good, because then that forces us to be more logical, practical, to really consider all options. We may also be we're trying to find balance between the home and our public life or our careers. And now you can take this in a literal sense or a figurative sense, because home is where we're comfortable, right? In public, we have to carry ourselves a certain way. So this can very well be that we're so comfortable with the lives that we have right now that, you know, we're not even going to entertain any sort of rise out of where we are right now. And this is like, it's crunch time, I would say. There's now or never type of energy, you know. We have to stop doubting ourselves, get out of our comfort zone, and rise to the midheaven. So we also might see some shifts in our careers. We might even change our career paths. We also want to, being that Pluto is will be conjunct the full moon, and the moon will be full after midnight on July 9th, which is actually my little one's birthday, my 15-year-old. So it's a really big moon for us. So being that Pluto is conjunct the moon, we are really being called to transform the way that we do things, the way that we appear in the world. We also want to mind our relationships. We also want to shed people and things that no longer serve us, because when we're making such a transformation and when so much is asked of us on an energetic level, we have to be mindful of who we are allowing around us, who we're letting in our space, who we're sharing our ideas with. And it goes back to the video that I shared the other day about Mercury being in Leo. People may not be so receptive to our ideas, and they might be more passive-aggressive about our ideas and whatnot. We want to releasing things we no longer need, because this is where we are it's the beginning and the end, you know, the Alpha Omega. And so we want to also focus on what are our contributions to society, right? What are we supposed to be giving to the world? And we have to let go of lack. And that can be cut up in many different ways. So, you know, we might feel a little anxious. We might be a little hard on ourselves. I know for me, I have an opportunity that has popped up right before the full moon, and it definitely has me a little on edge. However, you know, to whom much is given, much is required, right? So main thing we want to focus on here is what is it that we need to shift? What are we being too comfortable about? Where do we not have balance between the home and how we appear in the world? Now, also, are you spending too much time at home, or are you overworking yourself, if we're going to talk about in the literal sense? Because if you're always at work and you're not nurturing your home, then, you know, you're not nurturing your children if you have children, or the things thereof. So in all things in life, we need to achieve balance. That is the goal. So I'm sorry I kind of had to rush through this video, but I wanted to give a little something out there. I have to make some moves today on my way to the BX. So everyone have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.